Good day everyone, my name is Evelyn Endampor and today in this video we are going to talk about the psychosocial perspective in gender and society, especially the LGBT community. So, the learning outcomes of this lesson is when you finish reading this chapter, you should be able to first discuss the LGBT history and relevant LGBT terms, and second is to explain the importance of these terms. So let's go first to the definition of terms. So LGBT stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, which is an acronym used to refer to different genders. Lesbian refers to women who are emotionally and sexually attracted to women. Gay, men who are emotionally and sexually attracted to both men. And bisexual men or women are who are emotionally and sexually attracted to men or women. And lastly is the transgender. Transgender is when your gender identity or how you feel is different from your physical sex, which is being male and female. So as an introduction, labels are so powerful it can be used to discriminate and oppress people. Like how first the German Nazis used the word Aryan race to men, or superior, and in Jews, homosexuals is to justify their mass murder of what they called as inferior race. However, labels can also empower people to claim their space in our society, especially in the political sphere. Language can be used to avoid offense or disadvantage to certain groups of people, like using persons with disabilities instead of disabled, African American instead of blacks, and LGBT instead of homosexuals. So let's go to the views of LGBT in the history. Sexual and emotional attraction towards the same sex has been recorded throughout history of mankind. In China in 600 BCE, they used the term pleasures of the beaten pitch and broken back. So that's how they view homosexuals. While in Japan, they have shudo or nanshuko. And also in Thailand, refer to the ladyboys which they called katuwi. In the Philippines, we have also the babaylan and the katalonan, who were mostly women priests, but some are males who lived their lives as women. So in society's attitudes tomorrow, so homosexuality and other gender variants changes throughout the history. In ancient Greek, all males are expected to take on a younger male lover in practice called pederasty. Some societies, like the indigenous Native American, accepted and celebrated what they called non-spirited persons in a dance to the what they called berdache. However, later cultures see it as a sin following the Abrahamic religion, which branded it as sodomy, a crime against nature. As these cultures colonized other countries, it enforced its belief system of viewing same-sex attractions as a sin through violence, such as killing homosexuals through burning, stoning, or being fed to the dogs. Homosexuality was classified as an illness in the 19th century as a basis for them to legally persecute homosexuals, imprison, and commit them to a mental institution. An example of this percussion is that of Alan Turing, the father of modern computing. He was prosecuted in 1952 for homosexual acts. He was sentenced with chemical castration treatment, which is known as kapon here in the Philippines, by using drugs. And later, he died through cyanide poisoning. So as science advanced through years of extensive research, the APA, or American Psychological Association, removed homosexuality as psychiatric disorder or sickness in 1973. This decision was after many years of struggle from the gay and lesbian liberation movement. So next, we're going to talk about the ABCs of the LGBTQIA+. In an effort towards visibility, and inclusion, a few letters were added to the LGBT. The term homosexual sounded too clinical and it no longer adequately represents the diversity within the LGBT community. So these labels are changing. Some of you may be familiar with, but others may be very new to you. So let us try to explain it as simple as we can. Lesbian being known as women who are emotionally and sexually attracted to women. Gay are men who are emotionally and sexually attracted to men. Bisexual are men or women who are emotionally and sexually attracted to both men or women. And transgender, when your gender identity or how you feel is different from your physical sex, which is being male and female. So there is another term which is queer, which is used by people who are celebrated all gender identities, but can also mean to someone who do not want to be restricted as lesbian, gay, or bi. Next is the word intersex. These are people who were born with sex genitals or chromosome patterns that do not fit the physical male or female body. Next term is asexual and ally. Asexual are people who do not feel sexual attraction to anyone, but it does not mean that they do not have to engage in romantic or sexual relationships. While the allies are straight or heterosexual people who are fighting for the LGBT rights. There is this added term which is plus sign, and the plus sign refers to all sexualities that do not fit in the LGBTQI spectrum. Knowledge on the human sexuality is still evolving, so there are many terms to discuss further, and that still pops up. So here are the few of those terms. The first term is the androgynous. Androgynous are people whose gender expression or their physical appearance may or may not be distinctly male or female. Gender refers to the internal sense of being masculine or female or neither of the two. Next is gender identity, which allocated as how you feel women or men or neither of the two. Then gender expression is how you express your sense of being male or female or neither, maybe through hairstyle, clothes, or etc. Next is sexual orientation, which means your emotional and sexual attraction to a person. Next is sex assigned at birth, your given sex when we were born or your sex organ. So as you can see, there are a lot of terms that are being used in our society today. So the normative or the heteronormative is gradually changing. So in summary, these labels are important because it is emphasizing the acceptance and promotion of human rights. The evolution of these terms used to describe people who are emotionally and sexually attracted to same sex have evolved throughout time. What's more important is that we respect each other as a right as a human being. And that's all for this video. Thank you.